Well, the lights just turned off, so now we're working in the dark too.
We're just finishing up our job of sweeping racers for the NORRA Mexican 1000, which took us 6 days down the Baja Peninsula to Cabo San Lucas. Turns out, this area is known for world-class surfing. Before we make the 1,600 miles trip back home, I figured I've never surfed a day in my life and I should at least try to hone my skills. But not surfing with a boogie board.
We gotta learn how to bail. Oh, perfect. Exactly where I was aiming for. I'm not made for the ocean. I got salt in my eyes.
Over there is the Ram Charger. Other than the suspension modifications to it, I haven't done much. So it's incredible that it's made it all the way down here. As hard as it was to actually get here, it didn't have one single problem except for the fuel consumption. But that's not a problem, it's more of a drawback.
Hey, pet it. Hi.
Like it?
That's stupid.
This is the worst road I've ever been on. We're doing like 5 miles an hour and these washboards are just kicking our butt for like the last 10 miles. And for whatever reason, it gets in a rhythm and it'll kill the car. Like it just barely died on me. Starts up fine, idles fine. It'll even drive on smooth road just fine. But then you get on these washboards and it just like vibrates just right for something to stop working on this track.
He's a little upset. It's been a long 10 miles.
We even aired down.
We aired way down. Fuel pressure looks good. Distributor hasn't spun. Ground wires and everything that I could think of look all good. We just have to go 1 mile an hour on this road.
Almost 2,000 miles all the way down to Cabo. And now we have our first real problem.
It's this road. My real problem is this road.
Yeah, it's not your fault. It's okay.
Cycle the key. Start it. We're getting pressure regardless of if this gauge works. And it's getting fuel, like I looked in there. On. Much to our luck and surprise, our friend Ruben, who was down there doing the same thing we were for the race, happened to be going on the same road home, and he stopped to help.
It's odd you moved that wiring harness up there and it started running though. I don't know if it cooled off enough or not, but that's odd.
I'm scared of the bumps now. We didn't find anything specifically wrong with the Ram Charger, but it did fire up and it seems to be running good now, so we assumed it was temperature related.
Interesting.
Low power. We lost power.
More problems for today. Apparently our alternator or something is not working. 9. Interesting.
Okay, crank that.
Not one problem on the way down. Not one.
And here we are.
Not even one day away. All right, so we just threw the jump box underneath the hood and went ahead and drove it to AutoZone. Sketch. All right, so we went to this store looking for a voltage regulator and, you know, possibly the parts that we need to fix it. Whatever is not charging. They don't have a voltage regulator, but there is one about 15 minutes away that does, they say. And also it says that they close later. So we can, you know, work on it a little longer. But yeah, we're trying to race in the clock right now. They had it.
So after replacing the voltage regulator and still having charging issues, that means it's either the alternator or the wiring. And with simple tests, we ruled out the wiring. That leaves just the alternator.
All right, so I gotta remember how to wire up a internally regulated alternator because that's what they had. They said it would be 2 weeks before they could get this one to the shop. But this is what I believe to be an alternator from the Mexican 3rd gen Ram Charger style. He couldn't tell me whether this alternator was for one of those or wasn't, but could tell me it was for a Ram Charger, and it's all they had. So with this one being internally regulated and not regulated on the firewall, we're gonna have to try to see if we can swap pulleys, get up a bolt up, and then just go from there. I don't know. So here we go. We also have no way to start it and test it tonight, so there's that. There is also something to know. I am horrible at diagnosing things and a horrible mechanic in general. I love building and fabricating. I hate messing with this stuff because I'm not good at it. That's why I'm not a mechanic. I did some diagnosing and testing with my amp meter and whatnot. I'm getting power to everything that should have power. I'm getting continuity to everything I think that should have power. I'm just not getting any output from the alternator itself. And I don't blame it because we've been putting a lot of load on it. We've got a fridge in there, we've got a Starlink set up, we've got radios, all on the stock system, which was already under heavy load from the factory. So I don't blame it if it is the alternator. Gotta. There it is. Ugh. Okay, so I was wrong. This is actually externally regulated, and it should just actually work like normal. Nothing weird, nothing strange, normal. So this AutoZone has one plug on the outside of the whole building, right on the front. Because I imagine that's where they put the blow-up guy. Anyway. So I'm having Zach pull the battery out, and I bought this little battery charger, and we're gonna go plug it in for the time being while we're here. We might run and go get dinner, and then come back, see if it starts, and see if it actually charges. It should charge though. Should. Because that alternator sounds horrible. Listen to this. Horrible. We're charging. The lights just turned off, so now we're working in the dark too. Mucho gusto. Wait, no. Muy bien. If you say mucho gusto, I still don't know what mucho gusto means. Okay? Is it gonna work? So we left the battery charging right like there. It's the middle of the night now, but I think there's a taco place open over here. So we're gonna pass the time by eating burritos and tacos. Yeah?
Woohoo!
I'm sorry I dragged you guys through this.
It's okay. As long as we're not stuck here forever, I'm happy.
It's nice here though. Alright, so we found this little taco stand that's actually a pretty big taco stand that's open for 24 hours. So, and it comes with a little bit of soup that is blazing hot, and these delicious carne tacos. Alright, after tacos and getting this buttoned up the rest of the way, I think it's ready. We're ready to put the battery in it and see if it'll start. It's gonna be good. Why are you careful? Over there by yourself? Back on the road, baby. Okay, so I've got two things on my agenda today. One of them, stop at this super cool secret thing that I saw at night that I want to go see again in the day. Just, it's not too far off the main road. The second thing is make it to our hotel tonight in one piece. But hey, fired right up. Let's go.
So the other night we were out here on the race course, we drove by this in the dark and I caught a glimpse of it. And that was kind of spooky because it was the middle of the night, like 2 a.m. And we drove by this ghost ship here. And I don't know anything about it. But I do want to go check it out because it's cool. Are you in?
I'm not up to date on tennis guys.
Okay. Well, I'll see you out there then. Or I guess I won't. We made it. This is crazy. This is like halfway the most terrifying thing I've ever done. I'm going in. There's freaking giant crabs everywhere. Wow. Do you want to come out? It's the most terrifying thing I have ever done. Janelle says she's coming out. You are? The thing that freaked me out the most was looking under the boat. Was looking under the boat. What? No, keep coming. This is like my biggest fear. What? No, nothing. Keep coming. Yeah.
This is my biggest fear?
This is my biggest fear.
What does that mean?
Looking under boats.
Don't say stuff. Just help me across.
You're doing great.
Well, you start talking about your fears. Makes my fears get.
My fear is what lives in there.
I don't want to even think about what lives in there.
I feed coral and fish. I want to get in there so bad, but I'm so terrified. This is just so cool.
Man, this is great. We're combining our two biggest fears at the same time.
Yeah, yours is of the ocean in general, and mine is of scary ghost ships that possibly has sharks and sea turtles swimming around it. What? I didn't see a shark. I'm just saying it could have a shark.
Like another crab. They just look at you.
This is a little spooky.
Wait till I show you the engine room. I'm gonna go down this ladder, or
You
this
sure?
non-existent ladder, but I really want to.
Whoa. That is so scary.
Is that not the scariest noise you have ever heard?
Yeah.
That hole is making a ton of breathing noise.
Ooh.
That hole is messed up. But, oh, look at this giant engine I'm standing on. This is the valve cover. And you can kind of see where the exhaust was. Goes up and out. That's so cool. So what do you think?
It's really cool, but I am like this close to freaking out.
There's only one way to get off of a boat like this. That's to jump.
Woo! Woo! That's a scary boat.
Well, it's time to go home. Today has been awesome. But we need to get some road behind us if we're going to make it to our next location before 10 o'clock, which is Loreto. All right, we're driving through this town. We just saw Dave Cole. He's up here, same place we are, same time as us. Crazy.
Oh, this makes total sense.
So this big piece of fiberglass that we've had on the top of the Ram Charger for almost the entire race belongs to Dave Cole and his Centurion. So he's racing his truck and it overheated, so they pulled over and pulled it off. And I've just been trying to reconnect with his team to get it back to him. And as luck would have it, we found them on the way home. Delivered to its permanent home.
Good morning. Today we're going all the way into Ensenada, staying the night there, crossing back into the States tomorrow morning, and then homebound. It's been a long trip. But hey, we finally got rid of the hood.
We gotta get going. This is where we need gas.
Gasolina.
Well, that was a new experience for me. Very cool. Triple the price. Boy, it just never ends, does it? As much as I love this trailer, it needs to be put out of its misery.
It's like, oh, that's not good, right? That can't possibly be good. But that's not even the problem. The problem is that. Terrifying. And that one's about to break too.
Here's the plan. Since it's broken, slid back, and slid this way, causing that tire to rub on the side of the trailer, we're just gonna lift it up. We've got a wood block. We're gonna sandwich that between the frame and the trailer axle. And then we're gonna strap it down. Then we're gonna use another strap to pull this forward. What? Quite possibly use a third strap to pull this axle back that way. 3 straps.
Nice.
It's gonna be nice.
Wow.
Is that tire shavings sitting on top of the leaf spring? Nice.
Okay, well, that's a little trick that I learned in Mexico. Now let's get Mehi home.
A long way to go. But we're home.
We're home! I'm home.
Bye.
So long. It was fun.
Hey, I'm gonna let you out.
Bye.
Bye.